So here in this problem, we need to find out the distance between 2 points A and B. Here the coordinate of point A and point B are provided to us. So let's try to find out the distance. So for solving this problem, what we'll need to do is use the distance formula. So let's specify the distance formula first. So let's say we have 2 points, point A and point B, with coordinate x1, y1 and x2, y2. So here the distance between the 2 points A and point B is given by the formula. We'll have to take the square root. Underneath the square root, first we take the square of the difference of the x coordinate. So that's x2 minus x1, and then add it to the square of the difference of the y coordinate. So in our case, here we have the 2 points given by A, t1 squared 2at1, and B is the point having coordinate at2 squared and 2at2. Fine. So let's try to use the distance formula here. So in our case, here at1 will correspond to x1 and 2at1 will be y1. And then here for the coordinate point B, at2 squared is going to correspond to the x coordinate x2 and 2at2 will be the y coordinate y2. Fine. So let's try to find out AB. So the distance AB that's going to be equals to, we'll take the square root. Underneath the square root, first we'll take the difference of the x coordinate. So that's a t2 squared minus a t1 squared. Okay, then we are going to square it. This will be added to the difference of the y coordinate. So that's 2a t2 minus 2a t1 and then square it. Now next what we have to do is a little bit of manipulation here. So here we will first work with the first term. Now we can see that a is common to both the two terms. So here we can take a as the common factor. So this will be simply equal multiplied to a t2 minus t1. So both of them are squared. T2 squared minus t1 squared, and then we have to square it. So we'll get a squared times t2 squared minus t1 squared. This will be simply added to. Now next here we have 2a t2 minus 2a t1 inside the parentheses. So if we take 2a as the common factor, so squaring it gives us 4a squared. This will be multiplied to t2 minus t1 whole squared. Now we have a squared common to both the two terms, so we can pull it out. So we have a multiplied to square root of, so we have t2 squared minus t1 squared whole squared. However, t2 squared minus t1 squared, that's the difference of 2 squared. So difference of 2 squared is simply t2 minus t1 multiplied to t2 plus t1. That means the difference of 2 squared, which is given by the form a squared minus b squared, that is simply equals to the product a minus b and a plus b. Fine. So what we can do here is we also have to square it. So this will be added to plus 4 times t2 minus t1 squared. Now we can pull out t2 minus t1 squared as the common factor, and we can pull it out of the square root. So it will become a times t2 minus t1. So the square goes away. Now this will be multiplied to the square root of, so for the first term we are left with t2 plus t1 whole squared added to the second term. So second term we are left with only 4. So this is the final value, or we can say the distance between the 2 points A and B, and this corresponds to option D. That's the correct answer.